Really, I'm only qualified to write about Northeasterners. That was something that really struck me driving across country, is how different the regions of our country are. You know, we met people who had never left their state, you know, farmers and truckers and stuff. And when you get into the Northeast, there's definitely a sense that you're in a place that's very diverse, where there's a very high level of awareness of what's going on in the world, and I don't think I could write about the South or the Midwest convincingly, because I'm definitely a Yankee.
Oh yeah, I am too. But I've written, now my Mercy books are set in California, but I did live in Newport Beach for 15 years. But that's the coast. Living on the California coast is like living in Miami. Everybody's from somewhere else.
Right.
So it's kind of, it's a good setting for a character who is out of water, you know. So, and I've written, and Mercy's definitely an out of water character, so they work well for there. But I am writing a Connecticut book now.
Oh, great!
For the first time.
Great.
Yeah, and so it's kind of fun to like drive over and look at the places where I'm setting scenes. You know,
Yeah.
and saying, "Ooh, they could have dinner in this restaurant." You can tell the foodies. You
Right.
can tell the foodies. You're a foodie.
I'm a foodie.
I'm a foodie. You can tell there's books on these shelves written by popular novelists that we could pick it up and read the whole book, and there wouldn't be a single scene that took place over a meal. Okay, but you and I write a book, not only do half the scenes, fully half the scenes take place over meals, but what they are eating is described.
Very important.
And what they are drinking too. Apparently, I've realized in my current book that they do an awful lot of drinking.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, this is something it's not good to get in character for, because you won't get any work. It's like, yeah, but they were drinking martinis, so I thought I'd
had
have
to.
one. No.
I had to experience
You
that.
know, so, you know, this, I keep getting distracted by this enormous glittering gold thing here.
Get your hand off that.
It's like, but it's so pretty.
She is pretty. She is pretty.
Well, I'm actually writing a woman's fiction book now, so I could enter.
There you go. There you
I
go.
could enter it. So, you know, you never know. So I'm going to ask you if you could read a little excerpt
Sure.
of this for me. Do you want to start right at the beginning?
I will.
Or you've got an excerpt
I
picked
chose
out.
an
Okay.
expert. Yes. The heroine of the story is Grace, and she is a teacher at Manning Academy. And she has told this lie that she is seeing someone, so she's rather desperate to find someone. And she goes on a website and registers to meet people, e-commitment, and she's meeting her first blind date. Rex Java's was about half full when I got there, mostly high school kids, though none from Manning. I glanced around furtively. Dave didn't appear to be here. There was a couple in their 40s in one corner, holding hands, laughing. The man took a bite of the woman's cake, and she swatted his hand, smiling. Show-offs, I thought with a smile. The whole world could see how happy they were. Over against the wall, a white-haired older gentleman sat reading a paper, but no Dave. I ordered a decaf cappuccino and took a seat, wondering if I should have changed out of my skirt before coming. She was teaching a dance class. Sipping the foam, I warned myself about getting my hopes up. Dave could be nice, or he could be a jerk. Still, his picture was nice, very promising. "Excuse me, are you Grace?" I looked up. It was the white-haired gentleman. He looked familiar. Had he ever come to Dancing with the Oldies? It was open to the public, after all. Possibly a Manning connection? "Yes, I'm Grace," I said tentatively. "I'm Dave. Nice to meet you." "Hi." My mouth seemed to be hanging open. "You're Dave? Dave from E-Commitment?" "Yes. Great to see you. Can I have a seat?" Sure," I said slowly. Blinking rapidly, I watched as Dave sat, easing his leg out from the table. The man in front of me was 65 if he was a day, possibly 70. Thinning white hair, lined face, veiny hands. And was it me, or was his left eye made of glass? "This is a cute place, isn't it?" he said, scooching his chair closer. Yes, the left eye didn't move a bit, definitely man-made. Listen, Dave," I said, trying for friendly. "Forgive me for saying this, but your photo, well, you looked so youthful." "Oh, that," he laughed. "Thank you. So you said you're a dog lover? Me too. I have a golden retriever, Maddie." He leaned forward and I caught a whiff of Ben Gay. "You mentioned that you also have a dog?" Yes, I do. Angus, a Westie." "So when was that taken, the picture?" Dave thought a minute. Let's see now. I think I used the one taken before I went to Vietnam. Do you like to eat out? I love it myself. Italian, Chinese, everything. He smiled. He had his own teeth, I had to give him that, though most of them were yellow with nicotine stains. I tried not to wince. Yeah, about that photo, Dave. Listen, maybe you should update that, don't you think? I suppose, he said, but you wouldn't have gone out with me if you knew my real age, would you? I paused. That's exactly my point, Dave, I said. I really am looking for someone my own age. You said you were near 40. I was near 40, Dave chuckled, once. But listen, sweetheart, there are advantages to being with an older man, and I figured you gals would be more open to them if you met me in person. He smiled broadly. I'm sure there are, Dave, but the thing is— Oh, excuse me, he interrupted. I really should empty this leg bag. You don't mind, do you? I was injured at Khe Sanh. Khe Sanh. Being a history teacher, I knew quite well that Khe Sanh was one of the bloodiest battles of the Vietnam War. My shoulders slumped. No, of course I don't mind. You go ahead. He winked his real eye and rose, walking to the restroom with a slight limp. Great. Now I'd have to stay, because I couldn't walk out on a Purple Heart, could I? It would be unpatriotic. I couldn't just say, sorry, Dave, I don't date elderly, wounded veterans who can't pee on their own. That wouldn't be nice, not a bit. So in honor of my country, I spent another hour hearing about Dave's quest for a trophy wife, his 5 children by 3 women, the amazing AARP discount he got on his Lazy Boy, and which type of catheter worked best for him. Well, I should get going, I said, the moment I felt my duty to America had been served. Dave, you have some very nice qualities, but I really am looking for someone closer to my own age. You sure you wouldn't like to go out again? He asked, his good eye glued to my boobs as his fake eye pointed in a more northerly direction. I find you very attractive, and you said you liked ballroom dancing, so I bet you're quite flexible. I suppressed a shudder. Goodbye, Dave.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
You know, I did some online, not video dating, but some online dating.
Okay.
And I actually had some experiences that were so bad that I put them in my current work in progress. And when my critique partners read them, they thought I was exaggerating
Yes.
and needed to tone it back a couple of notches, because no one would really behave that badly on a first date with somebody that they had just met. And I was like, oh,
Alas,
yes,
no.
alas, no. It's absolutely true. Well, I can see we're running out of time here, so I want to thank you once again for coming on the show. And oh my God, look over there! It's a flock of turtles, and they're flying by. I've got it. Okay, so. Thank you very much for coming and seeing another episode of So Many Books. And if you or someone you know would like to be on the show, you can go to my website. That's www.toniandrews.com, and click on the Contact Me link and send me an email and tell me what your book's about, and I'll get back to you. Thanks. And you think you're getting this back. You're so funny.
Put that down right now, Missy.